So if I had a choice and I worked at Allure, that's what I would have given an award, but it's fine. Hi everyone! So I'm sure if you clicked on this video, you've been anticipating this episode for the entire year, basically. I love doing Allure Best of Beauty videos. Every year around September, Allure posts their Best of Beauty list, and there's usually hundreds of winners in a lot of different categories. So today, I always start out with the drugstore winners. So I've gathered everything affordable and drugstore, and I'm gonna be trying a lot of things out. Some of the things that won awards I've actually already tried before and I already have an opinion on, so I'll be sure to share that with you. And I also always do a high-end version as well, so you can look forward to that in a couple of days. The amount of affordable products are a lot less when it comes to the Allure Best of Beauty winners. This is a trend that I've noticed for a while now. It just seems like high-end products win more awards. I'm not sure. That's not to say that the drugstore doesn't have award-winning types of products. I personally feel like they could have given a lot more awards out. This is how I feel every year about the drugstore category, and I know you guys do too. But I will say the lineup this year seems very solid, so I'm excited to share everything with you and do a full face using everything. I always like to try out a nail polish, so first off, that's what we're gonna be talking about. I painted my nails. This polish won Best Quick Dry Nail Polish. So this is the Expressi by Essie formula, but they specifically said they enjoyed the shade Skate with Destiny. So I bought Skate with Destiny. I painted my nails this color, and I actually do really love the color. It's a very pretty kind of sky blue with a lavender undertone. I think it's really nice. I've seen this formula everywhere, but it was actually my first time using it, and I will say it did dry down very fast. Like by the time I finished both of my hands and went back to do a second coat, it was already dry. So I did seem to feel like it really did dry quickly. Again, it's my first time using the formula, so I can't tell you how long it lasts or anything like that, but if you're familiar with this formula, tell us if you love it or hate it in the comments down below. I also picked up this top coat. This is the C&D Vinyluxe Long Wear Shine top coat, and this actually won Best Top Coat for Shine. So I bought this as well, and I will say, my nails look pretty shiny. So, I mean, so far so good. I liked how it had a little bit of a thicker formula to it. I tend to enjoy that when it comes to a top coat because it kind of gives more of a gel finish to the nails. I don't know. I liked it. I liked how it applied. I don't know if it's like the best top coat I've ever tried, but I did enjoy it. And I wanted to point that out because I did end up picking it up for this video. Something else that was kind of fun, I actually have it in my hair. I'll put a little clip right here for you guys of the packaging, but this won Best Hair Clip. I threw it in the drugstore category. It does retail for $10, but I figured that's kind of drugstore price. A little bit more pricey for a claw clip, but anyway, I picked it up, I'm wearing it, and I just think it's so pretty. I love the metal detail behind it. I feel like it looks like a piece of jewelry. I actually have a little bit of a longer hair now, so certain claw clips just don't work for me, but I found that this one holds all of my hair and it feels really sturdy, and it just looks way prettier than like the classic claw clips that I wear that I got on Amazon, you know? So I picked that up as well because I thought it was kind of fun that a claw clip won an Allure Best of Beauty award and I wanted to try it out. So let's jump into eyes. We're gonna start with eyes first. I'm actually gonna do a little primer with concealer on the eyes, which we'll get to this concealer in a little bit, but I'm gonna use it to prime. And then I'm just gonna set that concealer with a little bit of powder before we go in with the eyeshadow palette that won an Allure award. I was actually really excited to see a drugstore eyeshadow palette that I haven't tried before. I've actually tried a version of this, but not this specific one. You'll see what I mean in just a second. So if you didn't know, Allure kind of categorizes everything. So this eyeshadow palette was one of the awards that won in the Steals category, and it's from NYX. So this is the Ultimate Shadow Palette. Now there's a lot of different versions of this one. So the one that actually won an award is called Ultimate Queen, which is this one right here. It has a lot of really nice everyday neutral tones. There's a little bit of warmth in here, and as you can see, the matte shades go pretty deep, which is kind of nice. It seems like something that you could take from day to night, so I'm excited to try this out. I'm gonna start off by using this shade right here. I'm gonna start buffing that into the crease and a little bit above as my transition shade. Ooh, already it's blending really nicely. Well, I really like how that's blending out actually. It's very seamless. I already filled in my brows, by the way. I used the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. Not an award winner, but there was not a brow pencil this year that won for the affordable or drugstore category, so I'm just using what I have. Let's hop over to this color right here. This looks really pretty. I'm gonna start to use this to deepen up the outer edge of the eye. Ooh, look at that pigment. What I'm liking about this is the pigment is there, but it kind of like diffuses itself in almost like a watercolor way on the eyes, which means that it's very user-friendly, at least so far. They're very easy to blend. I'm really intrigued by this shimmer shade, so I'm gonna take that on my finger. Ooh, these are buttery. So far so good on this palette. I feel like in past years, the eyeshadow palettes that win from the drugstore, I'm always like, is that really the best you could find? Because some of them were like patchy or they didn't blend well or it's just like completely random. This is definitely performing well, like really well. That's what I mean by I just feel like the lineup this year was a little more thought through in the drugstore category, which is nice. I still feel like there could have been more, especially with all the products that went viral on TikTok this year that were from the drugstore. Like there's not really any of those. But anyway, so far so good, folks, on this eyeshadow palette. That gold is incredible, truly. This is a really, really nice palette. Ooh, I like that a lot. Oh my. I feel like this is perfect for fall too. Just all those delicious toasted brown and gold colors. I'm happy. Looks so good. Okay, so we've got a couple of other eyeshadows that actually won. And I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. I'm trying to make sure that everything looks cohesive, you know? So best eyeshadow in a pot form actually goes to the classic Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. And I feel like by now most of us have tried this and I love these. I feel like they are such a staple. They're very, very high quality. The shade range is incredible. You get so many different types of finishes. So I'm a huge fan of the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. So I was happy to see that they won. Something a little more interesting and different and new to me. And these won Best Eyeshadow with a Wand. It's these liquid shadows from Juvia's Place. So these are their Culture liquid shadows. They actually sent these to me forever ago and I'm so glad that I hung on to them. I haven't tried these yet. They look stunning though. So we'll see if I can use one. I'm really hoping I'm able to use one as almost like a topper on top of this eyeshadow palette, but we'll see. This color immediately, I'm like, oh, it looks so pretty. I wish you could see the shift on camera. Maybe you can. I'm gonna try to swatch it. This is like a dreamy iridescent blue purple shift. Whoa, look at this. Look at this. I don't know. Do you see that? Hopefully you can see that. Stunning. Okay. Really excited about these, if you can't tell. Oh, by the way, that color is Fula. I hope I'm saying that right. Next is Afrochella, and this is like a fiery duochrome. Oh my goodness. These are really, really cool. So there's that one. It kind of has like a red, burgundy, gold shift to it. And then we have Kente, which is more of just like a bronzy gold. This is very fall, in my opinion. And there's that one right there. So hopefully you can see how iridescent and reflective these are. Obviously, it's just one quick swatch, so if I were to blend them out, it would be a little more scattered. I'm almost feeling like I could possibly get away with this shade right here, Kente, since it has a little bit more of that bronze color to it. Since I already have eyeshadow on my eyes, I'm gonna apply this from the back of my hand on a brush and just kind of try to scatter it. I've never worked with the formula before, so hopefully this works. Let's give it a shot. So I'm just gonna put a dollop of that on the back of my hand. Goodness gracious, these are insane in person. They're really, really pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna pick that up on the back of my hand and quickly just try to scatter that all over the eye. I'm not sure how well that's working. Is it working? I typically would have used a liquid shadow like this on its own versus trying to layer it on top of another shimmer, but here we are, and I'm trying to try out as many Allure Best of Beauty winners as possible at once. Okay, I do feel like it went on. I can see it now. It has that more reddish bronze shift. So it definitely went on, but because of that gold base that we have from the NYX palette, I feel like it's not as visible as maybe it could be if it were on its own, but that's fine. I still think it's so pretty. Honestly, I'm dying to try out that bluish purple shifty one, but we're gonna have to wait for another time because that just wouldn't fit the vibe of the eyeshadow palette from NYX. So we just gotta work with what we've got. I think it's turning out so beautifully though. It's making me very excited for fall makeup. They dry down really well. Like it's hard for me to get these off the back of my hand, which is a good sign when it comes to a glittery duochrome liquid shadow. Hopefully it holds up all day, we will see. I was gonna layer on a little bit of the Super Shock, but I really wanna see how those two work together. And I've used the Super Shock shadow so many times on my channel, so I'm not gonna wear it, but I will have it linked down below if you haven't tried them yet. All right, we've got a liquid liner that won from CoverGirl. I don't think I've ever tried this because I'm not the biggest liquid liner person. You guys know. I'm not the best at it. I don't think. It's just something that kind of intimidates me. Now this is another product that won in the steals category, and it's just the Exhibitionist Lash Enhancing Liquid Liner. It's waterproof, and I have the shade Matte Black. I do believe it comes in a brown too, but we're gonna give this a go. Wish me luck. Ooh, look at that. It has a very, very sharp felt tip applicator. That looks really promising, but of course, I'm gonna have to use it, so we'll see how promising it ends up being. You know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna take my makeup wipe and I'm gonna create a little bit of an edge. That's just gonna help me kind of follow the line a little better. Okay, hopefully that'll help give me a little bit of direction. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna start on like halfway through or halfway across the eyelid, and then I'm trying to trace the line. I might have gone a little too far. Oh boy, I can't really talk and do this at the same time. But I do like how matte this is. I'm trying to go into the inner corner a little more. It might have been a little low. Looks okay. Okay, let's try the other eye. Now this is the hardest part, I feel like, matching the other eye. So please hold while I focus really hard on trying to get this to match. I'm liking how this is not skipping though. And it's very matte. I like a more matte finish when it comes to any eyeliner versus a glossy one. Okay, that's as good as this is gonna get. Now, this is coming from someone who is not a pro with liquid liner whatsoever. Like, it really scares me, and I feel like that was pretty easy to apply. We'll have to see if it smudges or anything by the end of the day, but as far as application goes and finish, I'm already, you know, happy with how the results are. So that's good. I still don't feel like I'm the person to be like, oh, yes or no on a liquid liner. Like, I just don't know liquid liners. Like, I know other categories in makeup, but it's fine. Okay, so for mascara, this is actually really exciting. I received this in PR a while ago, and I can't believe I haven't tried it yet. But this actually won outside of the splurges category, so just in a general category. This won Best Mascara for Volume. And it's from the drugstore. It's none other than the L'Oreal Voluminous Noir Balm Mascara. I haven't tried this. I can't believe it. So we're gonna give it a whirl and see how this works out. Now, they sent me two colors, brown and black. I'm gonna use the black shade today. It's supposed to give the lashes 7 times fuller volume. And it has a supple brush, it says. People's word choices sometimes, it cracked me up. It's also 99% natural origin ingredients. Okay. It says fuller, silkier, healthy looking lashes. Iconic volume. Ultimate care. No compromise. It's a balm and mascara, whatever that means. Well, the packaging's really pretty. Here it is. Let's give this a whirl. I don't know. L'Oreal mascaras always work really well for me. I shouldn't say always, but most of them do. Here's what the wand looks like. It's a rubber wand. It's got little teeny spikes, and there's no curvature to it or anything like that. Does anyone else smell their mascara? It smells like a mascara. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and apply this to one eye so that we can see the difference. Ooh, it's got like a grippy feel to it, which I like. For some reason in my head, when I hear of a balm mascara, immediately I'm like, is it gonna smudge? I don't know. I mean, that's jumping the gun for sure, because we will definitely have to try it, and I will be sure to let you guys know if it smudges or flakes on me. But the application is very cushiony. It's a very silky formula. It does have a little bit of grip to it, but it is building up really nicely. Keep in mind too that this is a fresh bottle. So for me, when it comes to a voluminous or a volumizing mascara, it's always better a few days or a couple weeks after opening when it dries out just a little bit. I always feel like I'm able to get a little more volume later down the road versus when a mascara is like freshly opened. But you can see, I mean, it gave me volume. I did several coats though, but it looks really nice. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eye. Okay, well, I do feel like that gave me quite a bit of volume. I'm happy with the effect. I love a good voluminous lash. I love when it kind of clumps a little bit. So I like how it looks. It's also a very, very deep black color, which is great. Sometimes, you know how certain mascaras, sometimes they almost look gray. They're not quite like a deep, deep black. This one's definitely a very dark black, which is nice. Okay, so now we're gonna move to Complexion. We have a primer that received an award in the Steals category, and it's this one right here from Hard Candy. This is the Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer, 12-hour makeup grip, plumps, moisturizes, and perfects. This is something I already have in my collection. I've been using it. I do really like this primer. It is supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip. It's literally like the same color and everything. And I do feel like it is a dupe. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this all over the skin. And just like the Hydro Grip, I'm gonna let it sit for a minute to kind of absorb and dry down before going into foundation. I feel like there's a few other primers that should have won in addition to this one. I do really like this, but there's so many that I really love from the drugstore that launched this year that I feel like deserve a little more love and attention, but stay tuned for the end of the year. That's why I do my Best of Beauty, my personal list of things that I feel like are my Alley Awards, my award-winning products. So stay tuned. I usually do those in December, and I do a drugstore, a high-end, and then a hair, skin, and nails video. So I'll definitely share what I feel like should have won awards later, but I do feel like this is a really good product. So I'm gonna go in with a foundation. There was no drugstore or affordable foundation that won an award this year, so I just chose an affordable foundation that I love. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. So I'm just going to apply that all over, and then we will move into concealer. Wait, no, I lied. Before concealer, there's actually an affordable sponge that won an award. I got this in a pack of 6 on Amazon, but I think they're like $2 each if you were to buy them individually. This one in the steals category as well. It's the Paw Wonder Blender. So I already got one damp, and they feel really soft. Like it feels like a very high-end sponge. So let's try it out. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this. Just press in that foundation right over top of the primer. I like the sponge. It's not too firm, but it still has a bit of a bounce to it. It also seems to have like a nice precise edge where I feel like I could get into the under eye area really easily. So it feels really nice. I'm actually excited because I'm always looking for good sponges that don't break the bank because I go through so many. Anyway, let's move on. That felt really nice. Okay, we've got a concealer from the drugstore that won outside of the steals category. This actually won Best Concealer for Blemishes, and it's from Maybelline. I've got 2 shades. This is the Super Stay Active Wear Concealer, and I'm gonna use this over Blemishes since it won for Blemishes. So I have the shade 11 that I'm gonna use for this. I've got a couple blemishes today, so we can really put this to the test. I'm also gonna use it to kind of cover up the redness around the sides of the nose. And let's do a little redness covering on there. There's a different concealer I'm going to be using for the under eyes though, so I'll show you that in just a second, but I'm going to go ahead and blend this out with a sponge. You know, I've tried this before, but I haven't used it consistently, so honestly, I can't remember how I feel about it. It does seem to cover blemishes really well. This shade might be a little too light for covering blemishes, maybe not. It just seemed to kind of emphasize the one down there, but oh well. I do like how thin the formula is, but how much coverage it gives. That's kind of nice for over top of blemishes. I'm just trying to think like an Allure beauty editor, okay? I'm thinking that's maybe why they chose this, because it does have more of a thin consistency, but you still get coverage, so it doesn't add tons of cakiness to the skin, but you get the coverage that you're looking for. I think it's nice. I feel like I didn't keep using this concealer because it's not like the best concealer I've ever used. I prefer something like the e.l.f. Camo concealers for blemishes, personally from the drugstore, but it is what it is. I like that concealer, I'm not obsessed with it. A drugstore concealer that won in the clean makeup category is this one right here from Honest Beauty. This is actually a newer formula. I've only worn it a couple times, but this is the Honest Beauty Fresh Flex Concealer with niacinamide, vitamin E, and hyaluronic acid. This is a really pretty concealer. I'm excited to revisit it because it's been a minute. And we're gonna use this underneath the eyes. And I'm just gonna blend it out with that Paw Wonder Blender. I think that that looks really nice. I'm excited to keep trying this. I feel like it is a really good formula. You guys know me and my relationship with the NYX Serum Concealer though. So if I had a choice and I worked at Allure, that's what I would have given an award, but it's fine. This is still a really nice concealer. I like the consistency, I like the coverage. I'm excited to become more familiar with it because I feel like it is a really good concealer. I just have such a passion for the NYX one, so, you know, introducing new under eye concealers from the drugstore into my life, I don't know, I'm really picky. So anyway, we are gonna move on to another steal, or a product that won in the steals category, and that is a cream bronzer from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. I believe mine is the shade Tan Lines. When I received this in PR, oh yeah, there it is. It's on the side. Oh my gosh, I never knew that. This is Tan Lines. Okay, so that's the shade that I have. I really do enjoy this formula. So let's go ahead and warm up the complexion with this. I feel like this blends itself out. It's very easy to work with, and of course, since it's from e.l.f., it's very affordable, which is always great. So I'm just using that to sculpt and bronze the entire face. I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush just to kind of smooth out any edges. And then we're gonna take that Paw Wonder Blender again and just press that into the skin. There was no drugstore setting powder that won an award this year, so I'm just gonna take my Wet n Wild Photo Focus to set the entire face. There's actually a powder bronzer though that we're gonna use that won an award, and I'm excited about it, so let me finish setting my face and we'll get to that. All right, so the powder bronzer, now this actually won Best Powder Bronzer. So outside of the Steals category, it was just in, you know, Best Bronzer, like in the Complexion category. I'm excited about it because I do feel like it's a really good new addition to the drugstore. It's this right here. It's the L'Oreal Infallible Freshware Bronzer. I have mine in the shade Fair. I've been really enjoying this lately. It blends out like a dream. I was really excited to see that this won an award because I do feel like it deserves it. So we're gonna add this right on top for a little extra bit of a sun-kissed look. It also comes in a ton of different shades, which is great. Very user-friendly, foolproof. I'm a fan of this, so I was excited to see that it won an award. All right, let's go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. I'm gonna dip into this color right here and just buff that across the entire lower lash line. Okay, I'm a fan of this palette. It's really pigmented, but so easy to work with. I'm really happy about it. I'm going in with that gorgeous gold that we used on the top lid, and I'm just running that across most of the lower lash line. I'm leaving like the very outer edge. This is so pretty. And then I'm gonna take the brown shade that we used on the top lid right here, and I'm just gonna pick that up on another small dense brush, and I'm gonna connect the outer edge of that liquid liner to the outer portion of the lower lash line using this color. Now we're going to apply the voluminous Noir Balm mascara to the lower lashes. I love how it applies. I will say I'm already noticing a little bit of flaking. So we'll see how the wear test goes with this. It applies beautifully though, but it's gotta wear well. Can't have a mascara moving all over the place throughout the day, you know? I'm gonna take a little bit of this lighter champagne color, and I'm gonna use this as an inner corner highlight. Okay, it's more of like a yellow gold now that I've applied it, but it's so pretty. I really love that in the inner corner. I will also take what's left on the brush and just apply it to the brow bone. This eyeshadow palette, friends, I really like it. There was no highlighter that won an award in the drugstore category this year, so I'm just gonna take my Honest Beauty highlighter and buff that into the high points of the face. I'm then gonna take my Burt's Bees blush. This is in the shade Shy Pink. There was no drugstore blush that won, which is kind of shocking, honestly, but it's fine. There's actually some really good high-end blushes that won though, so we will discuss those in my next video. Stay tuned. So we have a couple of affordable lip products that won awards this year. One of them was in the Steals category, and it's this right here from Flower Beauty. So this is the Perfect Pout Soft Matte Lip Color. I have mine in the shade Dune. This is something that I actually already owned before, but I really do enjoy this. It has a very, very nice moussey formula, and I feel like this color is so pretty. I obviously would usually pair this with a lip liner, and especially with this color, I feel like it's something that I would dab in the center of the lips. But I just want to give you a feel for the color, the finish. I think it's really pretty. It's a very comfortable matte lip color, and it comes in a lot more shades than this, so that won an award. But the one that I was excited to see that won, that I feel like deserves it, and this actually won in the breakthrough category. So a different category, not necessarily affordable, just breakthrough products according to Allure. And that is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Lipsticks. I did an entire dedicated video to these. I swatched every single color and did like a 14-hour wear test. So if you haven't seen that, I will have it linked down below. But these are really great. Such a unique formula, very innovative, and just all around really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I am gonna do a lip liner though, just to kind of ground things. And since it's fall-ish, we're moving into fall. Maybe it's not technically fall yet. Let's take the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Truffle. It's just a nice brown, just to kind of shape the lips out before we apply the Maybelline lipstick. And then I think that the shade Cheeky is gonna look good with this look. So you wanna shake it before you use it. And then I'm just gonna apply this all over the lips. The staying power of these lipsticks are actually insane. Okay, once it's applied, I'm just gonna let it dry. I really love this color. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorites from the line. And I like how it kind of leaves a more glossy finish to the lips. It's just good. If you want to see like again, my wear test. I will have that link down below. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, so, oh, we've got a setting spray. And I own this, but I'm not too familiar with it. I like it, but I haven't worn it like too many times. Well, hold on. Let's assess the situation before I get ahead of myself here. Okay, so this actually won in the steals category as well. Another product from NYX. This is the Plump Finish Setting Spray with electrolytes. So that's fun. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and set the face. Woo! Kind of spits at you, but it smells good. I should have probably covered my eyes for the mascara, but I forgot. Oh well, okay. I'm just gonna press that into the skin using my Paw sponge. Wonder blender. Okay, and I'm gonna add just a little bit of the Wet n Wild powder to the T-zone. Just kind of mattify and blur that out a little bit. We've got a brow gel, and I can't remember how I feel about this because I used it like once and then I didn't use it again, which usually means I didn't have super good feelings about it. But this one, Best Clear Brow Gel. It's from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It's the Brow Lift. So this is the product that's supposed to be the dupe for the Anastasia one. I've never tried the Anastasia one, so I'm not super familiar with these types of products. I only used it one time. Some people's look more clear than this. Mine is like not. I'm just gonna dip my spoolie in this though and kind of brush it into the back of my hand. And then I'm gonna apply it to the brows. Again, I'm not familiar with this type of product. Ooh, but it is working well. It's giving me feathery brows. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Spiky. But that's the trend, you know? That's what the kids are into these days, the feathery brow. Actually, is it moving more 90s vibes now? A little bit of a thinner brow, which kind of terrifies me, honestly, but it's fine. Brow trends, you know? Who knew that brows could have so many trends? I don't know. It's kind of shocking. Okay, this is working better than I remember from last time. Now that I've brushed it up though, I feel like I need a brow pen or something to fill in the gaps. I'm gonna come in and kind of tame the top of my brow just a little bit. I like a feathery brow. I'm trying not to look electrocuted. Okay, there we go. Wow, it's definitely like glued to my face. That's the point of those though. All right, I do feel like I need some sort of a brow pen, but do I have a drugstore one over here? No. Okay, hold on. This is just me being picky at this point. Well, oh man, I don't think this color is right for me in this Neutrogena pen. It's a little red. I'm too lazy to go try to find another one. Who knows, maybe red brows will be the next trend. You saw it here first. Well, I have some regrets about using that color, but it's fine. It is what it is and you get the idea. Okay, well, I feel like the brow gel was better than I remembered. I don't know how it compares to the Anastasia one. I know people are obsessed with that one, but I couldn't tell you because I never tried it. Gosh, it turned my brows really red. Okay. Maybe my Milani brow gel will rescue me. Guys, whatever, just pretend I don't have red brows. That's basically everything that won. I do have a couple of other things that I wanted to share with you. One of them being the Best Individual Lashes, which is a drugstore find. It's the classic Ardell Duralash Natural Individual Lashes. I love these. I would apply them for you, but I wanted to really see how the mascara looked on its own. I've used these on my channel many, many times. I always use it on people for their weddings. It's just, I agree with this. I definitely feel like this is an award-winning type product. It's been around forever. It's amazing. The L'Oreal Elvive Dream Lengths Air Volume Dry Shampoo. I actually had this in my PR stash, actually. So it was sent to me by L'Oreal. So I tried it out today. I do feel like it did a good job getting rid of the excess oil in my scalp, but it didn't give me very much texture or volume. So that's more of a personal preference type of a thing. I do feel like it really did freshen up my hair. But I'm somebody who really does like to have a little grit, a little texture, a little volume when it comes to my dry shampoo. So I thought it was nice. It also says no white residue. I do agree with that, but it says instant body. And I don't feel like it gave me very much body, but it did give me a nice clean feel, no white residue, smelled nice, not too strong, feels soft, but I would definitely mix it with a texture spray to get the effect that I like when it comes to a dry shampoo personally. I also picked this up and used it the other day, and I'm really happy that I bought this. This won an award in the splurges category as well. It's the Tree Hut Moisturizing Shave Oil. I picked mine up in the Tahitian Vanilla Bean scent, but they have many different fragrances and scents. I really enjoyed this. My skin felt so soft after I used this, and also it was paired with, I'll pop the picture up right here, the Flamingo Razor, which also won an award. This is my personal favorite razor and it has been for years. So I used this. I love that this won an award. I used it with this and my legs were so smooth. So I'll definitely have this link down below as well for you guys because I thoroughly enjoyed it. So those are all the products that I have to share with you guys today. There are definitely more from the drugstore, more skincare items, more hair products, things like that. So I will have the Allure list of all the winners in the description box down below. But these are just the ones that I personally wanted to try. And I definitely feel like this was one of the best years so far, even though I still feel like we need to see more awards for the drugstore category. The ones that did win awards, for the most part, I feel like were really nice. Like I really do love how my makeup turned out, except this mascara is flaking already. Check the description box for a note on the mascara. But if it goes the way it's gone for the past half hour, it might not be looking good. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna share with you guys what I personally feel like was worth it and what really does feel like an award-winning product. So to kick things off, my friends, the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. This is so pretty. I already have like another version of this, but this color story specifically is absolutely stunning. I'm obsessed with how my eye look turned out. I loved how blendable this was. It was very user-friendly. The mattes were pigmented, but not too pigmented to where you can't work with them easily. The shimmers that I tried, at least this one right here, I need to try the rest, I guess, but the one that I tried today was absolutely beautiful, so buttery, so metallic. I'm low-key obsessed with this. So really happy with the decision that the Allure team made to give this an award. Especially since I've tried so many affordable eyeshadow palettes and eyeshadow palettes in general, I really know what a good eyeshadow palette is, and this is a really good one. So I'm happy that this video introduced me to this palette because it's stunning. Also, the Juvia's Place liquid shadows, really excited about those. I'll be sure to leave a comment down below in the description box letting you all know if there was fallout, but it seems like it really stuck to my eyelid, which hopefully means minimal fallout for a glitter topper shadow. Those intrigued me. I'm very, very happy about that find as well. The Hard Candy Primer is definitely a good one. I personally reach for different ones from the drugstore, but I do think that this is a product that deserves an award. The e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is really nice. The concealers, I still feel like the Stay Active concealer is not the best out there for me personally, so I don't feel like it's one that I would, run to the store to pick up. The Honest Beauty one looks really nice under the eyes, but I'm just so biased with my NYX concealer that the NYX one is my award winner in my book. But I did like them and I feel like my skin looks really nice. The bronzers, the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer is a really nice, affordable cream bronzer, so I am happy that that received an award. I will say the powder bronzer is one that I use more often from L'Oreal, the L'Oreal Infallible Freshware. 10 out of 10 for this one. I was really excited to see that this won an award because it's a personal favorite of mine. So the CoverGirl Exhibitionist liquid liner is another thing that I feel like worked really well. I love the finish. I'm not a liquid liner person, so I feel like I can't tell you if this is Allure Best of Beauty worthy, but maybe you guys can. So if you've tried this and you're obsessed with it, let me know down below, or if it didn't work for you, let me know. I'm honestly not mad at how it turned out, and I feel like it was very easy to work with a very fine tip applicator that didn't skip, so I did appreciate that about it. The Pop-Up blenders, I mean, these were so good and so affordable. I'm really happy that I have a new beauty sponge that was so extremely affordable that I can find on Amazon and just, restock all the time. So really happy about that as well. The nail polish, I think it's cute. The setting spray, I feel like the applicator isn't the best. It definitely spits at me, but it also feels like it locked in my makeup well. So I will continue to use this. I need to just leave it on my desk so that I can really give it a fair shot, but it feels nice overall. I definitely feel like it could have had a better applicator, but that's just me. The Flower Beauty lip product is really nice. However, I feel like out of the drugstore lip products that won, the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink are definitely products that you should check out if you have not yet. I'm obsessed with this color. I'm obsessed with the formula. Again, the video where I go in depth about these will be linked in the description box down below. Oh, and the claw clip. I think the claw clip was actually a really fun little accessory, so I'm happy that I picked that up as well. I'm scrolling through my list to make sure I didn't forget anything. I don't think I did. If I had to only choose 3 things that I feel like were definitely worth checking out from this video, for me, it would be the NYX Ultimate Palette, again, in Ultimate Queen, the L'Oreal Powder Bronzer, it's so good, and the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink Lipsticks. And a fourth product, I would choose the sponge, okay? I really had a lot of fun trying everything out. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing some of the Allure Best of Beauty Award winners in the drugstore category. How do you feel this year? I feel like I found some really nice things, and then there's other parts of me that feel like there's some categories that could have shined with a drugstore product and received an award, but I don't work at Allure, so I don't have control over that. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What do you think about this year? What do you think about the lineup? Were there any of your favorite products that received an award? Let us know in the comments down below. Or was there an amazing product that you've discovered this year that you feel like was missing in today's video? I would love to hear from you in the comments about that as well. Again, stay tuned for the high-end version of this video. And I was also thinking this year, let me know if you would want to see this or not. Allure also does Reader's Choice Awards for certain products. So would you want me to try those out or do a full face of those? Let me know in the comments down below. I realized I forgot to tell you about the brow gel situation. It's better than I remember, but I'm just not familiar with this type of product. So I don't feel like I can say, you know, run out and get this. That's just me. Anyway, okay, so that completes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned to see me try out some high-end Allure Best of Beauty Award winners. There are some new things that I picked up that I'm excited about, and some classic staples that are my personal favorites that won awards this year. So I can't wait to share everything with you. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. If you want to check out any of these drugstore products that I mentioned today, I will have them all linked down below for you. I truly hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.